Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's vlog. This morning it started off busy. I had a grocery pickup between 8 and 9 this morning. Got our groceries, got them home, and now we are just starting on getting some school done. We have just a short window of time to get school done because we also have dentist appointments to go to at noon. So we're gonna work hard for these next couple of hours. I also got a coffee, a large coffee, while I was out. So Tim Hortons, that's usually where I get my coffee. McDonald's coffee is really good too, but Tim Hortons, on their app that I have, they have this like NHL, this is really hot, I'm just gonna put it down, it's hot on my hand. NHL, like you pick who you think is going to score a goal that night, and I used to be into hockey. I'm really not into it very much, so I'm pretty clueless on who is more likely to score a goal, but I make my picks every morning, 3 picks, and basically if you get a pick right, you get different points towards buying stuff at Tim Hortons, but if you get a pick right 7 days in a row, you get a free week of coffee. And so I did that. I don't know how I did because it's just random guesses I make, but I'm on my free week of coffee. So every day this week I'm like, okay, I need to stop and get myself a coffee, a large coffee while I'm out. I typically will get, well, if it's gonna be free, I may as well get large, not medium, right? So usually in any given week, I will go out, I'll get myself a coffee while I'm running errands or whatever, probably 2 to 3 times a week, but this week I'll be there every day. We're gonna leave all those groceries. All those groceries over there. We'll take care of those a little bit later. What do you have? That's so fun.
I will keep with it.
Okay, and we'll start our lesson. Everybody has their gather round workbook out. Sorry, Simeon, I didn't mean to close that on you. And we are today on lesson 7, the most famous dinosaur. Can a single idea change the world, unite countries, bring hope in the midst of hopelessness? Today's lesson is about one man who thought that it could, and he went to great lengths to test his theory. How are we so near the beginning of the day and your shirt already looks like this?
I don't know.
From your pancakes this morning?
I think so.
I think so too. Wesley's over there trying. He's trying to get to his school chores, and I didn't quite think of that when we placed all the groceries there. I know, we did buy yogurt. All right, you be my big boy and move all the bags out of the way. And then you should be able to access your school. Hey, I knew that you were a big, strong boy and would be able to do that. That's true, right? Are you Mommy's big, strong boy? Good. All right, Wesley got it. This is his handwriting book. Don't you need your pencil case, though?
Yeah, this once I finally.
Okay, so this is the,
Handwriting.
I think it's called Pre-Writing. Yeah, Pre-Writing Handwriting book by The Good and the Beautiful. And so he's starting by doing some tracing. One of the things we have enjoyed about this unit is that every single lesson we do, the kids have to draw a dinosaur. Now this is the first time we've had to draw a fossil, and a couple of the kids are not that excited about drawing a fossil instead of actually drawing a dinosaur. But Zara, that looks great.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Do you want to show one of the dinosaurs? Oh. You have, oh my goodness, you have drawn some really great ones, Zara.
On him, and he's eating a person.
Ew.
She traced it because that's what
Yes, there is some tracing. Let's see.
That's T-Rex.
Simeon wants to show his. Your T-Rex. Okay.
And then, I can trace mine.
What else have you drawn?
My other one. Look,
Yeah.
he's eating something.
The Stegosaurus.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this one.
The Plesiosaurus.
And
All right, it's like show and tell now. Everybody wants to show their drawing. Okay, I'm looking. Yep.
Rex.
Yep.
But you don't do that to me. If you do that to me, I do that to you. The Stegosaurus. Oh.
Yes, very good. Wesley, hey, a new rule that maybe you have not learned before. You don't do what others do to you. You do what you want other people to do to you. So do you want people to hit you and smack you and kick you? Or do you want people to be nice to you and kind? Be nice to you? So then how should you treat others? Should you kick them and hit them, or should you be kind to them? Look at Mommy. What do you think? You should be nice to them. That's right. Look at this dinosaur we're learning about today. There is a person about 5'11" next to a dinosaur. Yes, come and see. Look at how little the person is. Isn't that crazy? That is a humongous dinosaur. Okay, here, hey, listen up. Here are the quick facts about this dinosaur. The name means double beam. It was found in Wyoming, USA. The diet is herbivorous. Raise your hand if you can tell me what that means. I want to see if one of the little ones knows now. Simeon, do you remember? I'm going to ask you.
It means you eat plants.
That's right. That's right. So it ate plants. Let's see. So its size was about 33 meters long. It's hard to even imagine how long that is. That's like 100 feet. And 17 tons. Does anybody remember how many tons or how many pounds were in a ton, Charity?
2,000.
So 2,000 pounds, 2,000 pounds in a ton, and it weighed 17 tons. And its classification, if I can say this, Diplodocidae. Diplodocidae.
Well, another one weighed more than it. It weighed like 22 tons.
Did we learn a dinosaur that was 22 tons? Okay. It does show 16. That's the number 16 right there. Good job, Wes. Are we doing school or playing with little people?
Doing school.
Doing school with little people watching? The kids have been playing with these little people the last couple days because Simeon pulled out his backpack a couple days ago to use, and when he opened up his backpack, he found a whole bunch of toys that we think must have been in the backpack from when we went on vacation in September, right? So the girls especially were like, I was missing all these princess little people. What are you singing? You singing This Is the Day? Sing it again. I loved listening to it.
This is the day, this is the day, the Lord has come, the Lord has come.
That the Lord has come?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds nice. Also, I was going to mention to you guys, because I saw a comment on one of my recent videos saying, oh, I see Wesley's right-handed, because for a while I was saying, oh, I don't know, even coming into junior kindergarten, I don't know if he's left-handed or right-handed. So yes, he has come to really consistently use his right hand for drawing and writing, right, Wesley? Anytime he has a writing utensil, he uses his right hand. But funny enough, if we're eating, he always uses his left hand. Right, Wesley?
Yes,
if he's holding a spoon.
My arm into Zara's.
He says it's because he doesn't want to bump his arm into Zara's. Yeah. He always uses his left hand for eating and his right hand for writing. So basically, I think he's just ambidextrous and can just use either one. But I am glad he has come to where he consistently uses one hand for writing, because this guy over here, I've probably talked about this before, but Elijah's always been a lefty, but he was kind of the same as Wesley. He would use either hand, but then when he was 5 in kindergarten, he broke his left hand and started using his right hand. And he was fine with his right hand. He could write just fine. But then when his cast came off, it would be like sometimes left, sometimes right, and he'd go back and forth, and we were having so many problems with like backwards letters and stuff. Do you remember that, Elijah?
I kind of do remember, like, one day doing left hand, one day doing right hand.
Do you remember breaking your arm? You remember that, right?
Yes, I remember.
Okay.
That's just one of those things, like, do you know how
you would always remember. Okay.
Do you know how I remember? I remember, like, I had to go make my bed. I went to my room. Elijah's laying on my bed. I was like, Mom told me to make my bed. And Dad's like, yeah, you can do it after you leave.
I was like, all right, we need to pick a hand here to use consistently. And so he's back to being left-handed.
Remember that when he broke his arm?
I love listening to you sing. Zara's doing some math now, and she's doing some measurements with a ruler. And do you know what, Zara? As soon as you measure the two sides, you know with a square, all sides are the same size, right? So they're all 3 centimeters. And Zara's has just gotten to the point where she can read her own word problems, which is really nice. Can you read that? Read it out loud. Okay, everybody else. Shh.
12 inches.
Inches.
And 1 foot. Add to find how many inches in
That was such good reading. So how would you add that? You might have to write it down. All right, time for me to get some some groceries finally put away. I did think about it when I got home. I was like, is anything here frozen? No. I did buy some cold stuff, but the cold stuff is grouped together in bags. Wesley's obsessed with this. Is that where we live? Nope, that's Russia. That's Russia, that's not where we live. This here has been my little project over the weekend. I have my printer down there and it was giving me this notification that my, what did it say? My ink waste was full, the pads needed to be serviced. And so I went online, did some searching and figured out that this just goes in like the back corner right there of the printer. And so I opened it up and sure enough, these were filled with ink. So a whole bunch of Googling and I figured out how to kind of reset the stats. Took these out, poured water over them. I thought I'll just pour water and like rinse the ink out. Oh my word. I ended up just leaving one of these in like the laundry tub and running water on it for about 10 minutes. And that's how long it took for the water to finally run almost clear. Like these were saturated with ink. So now they're just drying. They're still a little bit damp, but once they are totally dry, I'll reassemble the printer and hopefully it's all good and our printer has a bit more life on it yet. This printer has been amazing for us and I use it all the time. And as I was searching and figuring out how to fix it, I thought most, there are businesses that would use this printer that would have this issue. But most households, I would guess, never come across this issue because they don't print near as much as I do. We've had this printer for almost 3 years now. So I was thinking even if this is like the end of our printer, it still has definitely served its purpose for us. It's been worth its while, but hopefully this fix works and we can keep using it for a while longer. My supper helper tonight, thank you for doing all this work. Why do these sweet potatoes look so, I guess I've had them for a while. I'll slice these, I'll chop these and get all the extra stuff off. I want you to chop up the potatoes. The knife I want you to use, we're also gonna have some of these sourdough biscuits I made last night. So good, chicken drumsticks. How sharp of a knife am I comfortable with you using? Okay, this is the knife I would use. Okay. So what I want you to do, I'll show you with one potato. Let's start with, if you see anything, so most of this stuff, if there's peels, that's fine. If there's a like, kind of a yucky spot like that one, that needs to get chopped off. Take your knife and slice the potato in half lengthwise. Yeah, no, lengthwise. Yeah, that's lengthwise. Just right, don't do that. Just cut it straight to the cutting board, Elijah. Okay. When you're cutting on a cutting board, you just chop straight through, okay? You're not trying to protect any counter or anything. Okay, so this, look how big this is. Yeah. I would slice that in about 3 rows. Nope, other way first. Other way first. Nope, lengthwise again.
3 rows?
Yeah. So like 1, yeah. Okay. Good. And then turn it the other way.
The first one was really small.
And then I would probably do this into about 4. Okay, don't chop when my fingers are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so see these pieces, let's just look at them. Let me check. That is good. That's about what size you want your potatoes to be. Okay. Maybe even a little bit smaller and they'll cook a little bit faster in the oven, but you do want to make sure each potato is about the same size so that they'll cook at the same rate. I should have started, knowing that it takes a little bit longer for kids to do a job like this, I probably should have started them a little bit earlier than this. We're gonna roast the potatoes, so put them onto the pan and then we'll put oil and spices. On this potato mixture, sorry if it sounds like I'm just eating, I'm just finishing a chocolate in my mouth. We've got potatoes, we've got olive oil, salt and pepper, garlic powder, and paprika. So Elijah, why don't you grab that wooden spoon, the one that's like flat? Yeah. And then give that a real good stir. Real good stir before we put it into the oven. Simeon's also over here. Okay, he is doing this Art Hub video on YouTube. Believe it or not, this is our very first time trying out this channel. I've heard so much about it, so many good reviews, but we're just kind of introducing it to the kids today, so. Okay. Those eyes look really good.
We're gonna draw coming down like this, and we're gonna go just below the eyes.
Mommy,
Yeah.
Okay, we still have coloring left, but I have to show. Look how good. Simeon, I love that. Was that so much fun?
I had 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So I kept playing. I was gonna watch again. I had 3 minutes.
I was gonna say, I was just looking at the time because I told Charity, come downstairs at 5 for piano.
You said when, no, you said when I have 2 minutes left. And so I looked and I had 3 minutes.
Yes.
Then I started just quickly putting them back in their beds like the Lego girls.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear my watch beep for 5 o'clock.
I was gonna say, Charity, it's 5:03 and we're gonna have a piano lesson while supper cooks. Thank you guys for, you're so sweet. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up if you did.
Thumbs up.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
I would give it a thumbs up. Bye. Bye. Bye.